friends, how's it going? It's me, Betty Jean. I'm so excited for today's video. I'm collabing with one of my absolute favorite channels. Her name is Georgia Harris. I will of course have her channel linked down below. Go check her out if you haven't already, but I'm sure you've heard of Georgia because she's amazing. I truly just adore her personality so much. I discovered her towards the end of last year and I pretty much clicked with her videos within the first few minutes. I feel like her and I would be friends in real life. We have a lot in common. I'm just so astounded that I'm even collabing with her right now. I didn't even realize she knew who I was until recently, so that's really cool. I feel like such a fangirl right now, but Georgia, I just adore you so much. Thank you for collabing with me. This is like amazing, truly. She's been doing a series lately with one of her friends. I think it's every month where they're doing a Pokemon themed look, and I just get so excited waiting for those videos. So that's just one of my favorite things from her. She does reviews, she does like tutorials, but she does like fun tutorials where she's kind of doing themes like the Pokemon thing, you know what I mean? I just recommend checking her out. She has really cool content. She's doing a no-buy year, so if you are doing any kind of low buy or no buy, she is major motivation for that. Just watching her power through this, it's amazing. Anyways, we are doing kind of a multi-palette bingo. So I sent her a picture of all of my eyeshadow palettes and she sent a picture of all of hers to me, and she picked out 5 eyeshadow palettes for me to use and I picked out 5 for her to use, and we're just going to do a random number generator and pick one shade from each palette and create a look with that. I have no clue what's gonna happen. I have my black backdrop, I have my black shirt because I need it to match whatever I wear. We're going to a comedy show tonight, so I mean, if this ends up being a joke, it'll be fine. Let me show you the palette she chose for me. She picked the Black Moon Cosmetics Orb of Light palette, which looks like this, my favorite neutral palette ever. She picked the Strobe Cosmetics Creepy Cute palette, which looks like this, a pastel lover's paradise. She picked the BH Cosmetics Weekend Festival, which is actually one of my favorite palettes. I just think the color story is really cool, and I used this a lot when it first came out, but I haven't given it a lot of love lately, so I'm excited to use it again. The Anastasia Prism Palette, which again is one that I haven't given a lot of love to lately, but I loved it when it first came out and I can't wait to play with that one again. And the Juvias Place Magic Palette, which was my first Juvias Place palette ever thanks to my best friend Mackenzie. So I think this is going to be really cool. These are all very different palettes, so I have no clue what's going to happen. Knowing my look, I'm going to grab a neutral from all of them and it's going to be the most boring look ever, but we'll just see what happens. So I pulled up a random number generator on my phone and we're just going to start with this palette first, and I'm going to number them like 1 through 8. That's the direction I'm gonna go. So let's generate. We got number 1. Okay, that's exciting. We're off to a great start. We got the shade Strawberry, which is like a light peach color. The most exciting shade ever. I'm just gonna keep the order going of what I talked about earlier. So 1 through 8 again. We got number 6. Yes, we got a bright green. So at least we know it's gonna have a bright green in the mix. This one is called Take a Hint. Love. Next, the Prism palette, which has 14 shades. We got number 5. So we're gonna be using Osiris, which is the kind of metallic-y blue shade, which actually isn't my favorite shade in the palette. I feel like it's just kind of lackluster compared to the other metallics, but you know, we'll make it work. Now we're gonna do the Weekend Festival palette with 20 shades. We got number 16. That shade's gonna be Trance. We are getting some bluey green combinations today. Oh, that's so cute. This looks so dull compared to that one, holy cow. And now the Magic palette, which has 16 shades, we got number 15. And that one is going to be Buzo. I don't know how to say that, but I'm excited that it's a green. I got a whole bunch of blues and greens, so that's really cool. I'm excited to play with this combination. We got 2 mattes and 3 shimmers, although I feel like this one has such a dull amount of sparkle that I could probably make it work as a matte. And you can't even see that first shade on my arm because it's my skin tone. But I'm excited to create a look. I'm going to prime my eyes with my Smashbox lid primer as usual. I'm not gonna set it because I don't do that. Zoom you in and we're gonna get started. So I'm gonna start with Take a Hint, which is from the Creepy Cute palette. I'm just taking that on a fluffy brush. This one is from Wet n Wild. And I'm just gonna start running this all through my crease, inner to outer corner, just really blowing this out. I'm gonna treat this as kind of the transition shade. I thought about cheating and using the Nude shade as my transition shade, but I think I'm going to actually use that shade to where it's actually visible. My idea is to do crazy, bright, colorful crease, outer corner, lower lash line, inner corner kind of thing, and then have Nude all across the lid. That's kind of my idea. Not quite sure about the inner corner yet though. I might just use it as my inner corner as well. But I think instead of cheating and just using new all in the crease, I'm actually gonna use the shade, you know what I mean? Because I could easily just use it to buff out the edge, but then you can't see it, and then it's almost like it's cheating. I'm not gonna be a cheater, not for Georgia. I love this shade, I love this palette so much. It's just so pretty. And why are trucks driving by as soon as I start filming? I don't get it. Now I'm gonna take Osiris from the Prism palette, and I'm just taking that on this little kind of elf brush, and I'm just gonna start kind of working this in the outer corner and then through the rest of the crease, which usually I don't do because I never put shimmery shades in my crease, but you know, we're breaking rules today. And I'm gonna try to take this a little bit higher than I naturally would want to, just because I feel like every time I do a cut crease lately, I end up covering up the shade that's supposed to be the deepening shade to really define the crease, so I really wanna make sure I have this brought up enough to where you'll still be able to see it so it makes a defined cut, you know? It feels so wrong for me to put this kind of sparkly shade in my crease. I never do this. I feel so weird. Now I'm just gonna take that first brush again with just a tiny bit more of that green, just to start buffing this edge out so we can have it as blended as possible. I feel like that's not so bad now that it's buffed out like crazy, because it kind of took away the sparkliness, so now it just kind of looks like a matte darker blue in my crease, so that'll work. I'm using my Makeup Revolution cut crease canvas, and I'm so sorry if you can hear that garbage truck outside. He won't leave. But I'm just popping some of that on my lid, and then I will look up so it can transfer so I can see where I should cut the crease. And then I'll just take some more on this flat brush, which is the Spectrum A16. It's one of my favorite flat brushes. And I'm just gonna cut the crease, and I'm not gonna talk anymore because the garbage truck is so loud. Center corner went a little more extended than I was planning, but you know, it happens. Now I'm just taking a random eyeshadow brush, and I'm taking New from the Orb of Light palette. And I'm just gonna pack this everywhere that I cut the crease, basically. This isn't gonna be anything revolutionary. It's basically just like a light peachy shade. I just wanted to use this shade, again, to its full potential instead of cheating. Now I'm just dipping back into Osiris from the Prism palette, and I'm just gonna kind of just start re-deepening. Oh my gosh, these motorcycles outside. I don't get it. I feel like my neighborhood's really not that loud until I start filming. It's crazy. But I'm just repacking this on in the outer corner just to add some more depth. And then I'm just gonna kind of sweep this little merge so it can flow together. And I'll just kind of keep going back and forth with both brushes until it seems to flow the way that I want it to. I'm getting Fallout City from that strawberry shade, holy cow. So this is kind of where we're at, and this feels so neutral to me. Oh, which is crazy. I just thought of a cool idea that I think I want to do. I'm gonna start by smoking the Trance shade from the Weekend Festival palette. That's the shimmery blue one. And I'm gonna just start putting this on my lower lash line because I know that's where I want this shade to be. I'm just gonna blend that out with that very first brush with no additional product. Taking a little bit more Osiris just to kind of smudge in this outer corner where those blue colors kind of meet, just so it blows, so it doesn't just look like a blunt spot of color. Now, I don't know if this is gonna work, but I'm gonna take Buzo, I don't know how to say it, from the Magic palette, that green. I have it on a little bent liner brush, and I wanna try to put this right where that cut is. Almost like what I've done with glitter eyeshadows in the past. And then I'm also just gonna take that shade, and I'm just using the same brush I used on my lower lash line, just to swirl in my inner corner. Then just taking that shadow brush just to kind of smudge right where that meets. I think this is kind of cool, actually. The only other thing I want to do is just add a little bit more Take a Hint and just pop some underneath with that lower lash line. I know I used this brush before, but I want some of that actual shade to peek through all under my eye, so I feel like it'll complement the crease really nicely. I think this looks kind of cool. I don't know. What do you think? I'm gonna do the other eye, throw on my lashes, something on my lips, and we'll finish this up. So this is the final look. Remember when I said I wasn't gonna cheat? I ended up cheating and covering up that strawberry shade just because, I don't know, it was boring me. So the Strobe Cosmetics Otherworldly glitter was staring me in the face when I was waiting for my lashes to dry. Strobe Cosmetics was so kind and sent these to me, and I want to use it so bad, so I did. I just popped it literally everywhere that nude shade was. I just put it right up against that Buzzo shade, so we still kind of got that cut crease effect. And I just felt like this glitter would complement this look so perfect, and I was right because I love this look so much more now. I thought it was cute before. You could totally just leave it as is if you just happen to want to recreate that look with all 5 of these palettes that I used. But I like the glitter so much more. Sorry for cheating, Georgia, I just had to do it. On my lips, I went with my Apocalyptic Beauty lipstick in Gore. And I really like it with this look. I kind of feel like a forest witch or something. I'm feeling it. I think I got really lucky with the shades that I got dealt from the Palette Bingo gods, because it could have been any weird random color combination, but I just happened to get blues and greens, and I'm okay with it. Those are some of my favorite colors to work with, so I consider myself lucky. I'm excited to see what Georgia got dealt. I'm excited to see just what she creates with the palettes that I gave her and what the Palette Bingo gods give her. So make sure you check her video out. Her channel will be down below, and then once our videos are uploaded, I will put her video down below, but in case you are here before I have a chance to do that, just go to her channel and check it out. I can't wait to see it. Thank you again, Georgia, for collabing with me. This is so exciting and it was so much fun. I hope you guys like this look. If you enjoyed this multi-palette bingo collab, please give it a thumbs up. If you're not already, please hop over to my Instagram. It's BEAUTBEAN. Follow me there. I post every single day, and don't forget to subscribe here before you leave. I post 5 days a week, every Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Let me know what videos you want to see on my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Okay, bye.